Y'all, I am so excited to be here with y'all today. This is the day that the Lord has made, and we will be glad and rejoice in it. Today, we're speaking about a topic that I've been wanting to speak about for a while now, and it's everything about wholesaling, the ins and outs, okay? So, with wholesaling, what you're going to do is you're going to find your niche. Is it pre foreclosures? Is it, um, just finding distressed owners who don't want to be owners no more, whatever your niche is. Well, the niche that I found is pre foreclosure. So you'll go to auction.com, you'll put in your county, so whatever county you're in and whatever state, and then it will carry you to the pre foreclosures. Then you're going to scroll down to the left at the bottom, well, actually, the right at the bottom, and I'll try to put a photo up there of this. And you're going to get the trustee's name. And the trustee's name is basically going to be like Hutchinson's in law, or it's going to be some kind of law firm. Then you're going to go to the trustee's page. And from the trustee's page, then you're going to get all of the pre foreclosures for your county. Okay. So then what you're going to do is you're going to go to like a free website like PropWire. And when you go to PropWire, you're going to put in your list and make your Excel sheet and export your list. Then you've got to skip trace it. So you'll go to like Batch Leads or something like that, and you'll put your list from PropWire into Batch Leads, and it will give you all the phone numbers, and then you just start calling. You just start calling. You just start making phone calls. And sometimes you'll get people to hang up. Sometimes they'll answer and they'll speak with you and they'll be kind, and sometimes they're not kind, because you have to remember they're actually going through a really hard process and they don't know what to do. So I always say lead with empathy and um, be kind and let the person speak, because who knows, they might need a therapist, they might need someone to speak to, okay? And you could just be that therapist on the phone for them. So when you call, you're not going to say, hey, Mr. or Mrs. or Senor, because then it sounds like too like formal, and they're going to be thinking, okay, who is this calling me? Is this just another investor or just another creditor or whatever? You're going to call and you're going to say, hey, um, let's just make up a name, Macy, how are you today? And they'll say, hey, I'm doing well. And you say, did I catch you at a good time? And they'll say, yeah, now's a good time. And then you say, hey, I seen that those dang old banks are giving you a hard time. Or you just say, hey, I seen those, you know, banks have been giving you some grief. Um, have they gone over all of your options? And they'll be like, I didn't even know I had options. Or they may be like, oh, yeah, we're going to have somebody, we're going to do like maybe a modification or something. And then you say, well, did you get that in writing? Did they release the funds yet? Did they, because you know that this is a time thing too. It takes 2 days before the sale to stop the sale. And you have to send certain documents, and we'll go over that in another video, a part 2 later. But I just wanted to go over this wholesaling and how to find your leads and kind of what conversations to have. If you've done it before, you can put down in the comments your experience, what you said, what kind of opened them up. Sometimes if you have like a family or friend who's been through it, you can kind of tell them, hey, I've had, this situation before, and, you know, this is kind of to relate to them, because a lot of times they just want to relate. I know one guy told me, he said that he makes up stories, but I don't always advise making up stories. Like, you want to be truthful in things. But he said that basically this one guy got on the phone with him, and he was going through a divorce, and he just talked to him for like a good hour, and he didn't say a word. So sometimes the best thing is just to be silent. You don't have to hold the conversation or keep the conversation going. People want to feel heard. People want to feel cared about. People want to feel like they're seen. And sometimes the best way for them to do that is by speaking. So you just listen and you just let them talk. You just let them pour out their heart. And next thing you know, you're their friend. You're not this investor that's just trying to come in and wholesale their house. You have a rapport with them. So always remember to lead with a servant's heart, because you're not trying to take advantage of these people. These people really need help. And some of them think, some of them are able to get up their funds and pay it, and that's great. The best thing is to do what they want to do. If they want to keep the house, try to find solutions to keep the house. Be a problem solver with a servant's heart. So basically, if, they didn't know the option that they could sell and leave with some money in their pocket, you're providing that solution too. Like for them to restart their lives, to get on their feet, to kind of just have it all behind them. Or, it may be the fact that they didn't know that they had options where they could do different things, and you're just being that ear, listening, providing solutions, and leading people to I don't know, I'm crossing a street. Well, it's not really a street, it's just like a little walkway thing, but you're just being there with a good heart. Some people don't have friends and they need just someone to listen to, or they might be embarrassed. Like, I know that I spoke to this other lady the other day, and I got up with her son, and I was like, hey, your mom's going through some hardship right now. Just have her give me a call. But I didn't tell him exactly what she was going through. She called me immediately. She was mad. But let me tell you, me and her talked for a good 30 minutes. And she said, I really want to thank you for listening to me, because I've really been going through a lot right now. And I told her, I said, well, I'm here. I said, I know time is of the essence, but you call me whenever you feel ready. Um, and I'm still learning too. So, like, you do want to make sure you're setting up an appointment and things like that. But at that moment, I was just kind of like being there, someone to listen to her, someone to take in what she had to say, and possibly find solutions for her. And she didn't go into detail. Sometimes it's like, people end up having like traumatic things. Like, I know they said one guy, he broke his hip, and um, something else happened, and he was out of work, and his family, you know, they just weren't able to do that at the time, and they just wanted out. They were emotionally detached from it, but they didn't know all of their solutions. Well, you step in as the problem solver, and you provide them solutions, and if those solutions work, then you move on with that. So I hope this has been a great like little video talking about how to do the wholesaling. You're gonna find your niche. If pre-foreclosure is it, you go to auction.com, you go down to the foreclosure tab. There you will find the trustees phone. Well, you find their name. When you find their name, like if it's Hutchinson's Law or Brock and Scott, whatever, you put that in Google. So you go to Google, you put Brock and Scott pre-foreclosures in Google, in the tab, to try to search it up. So you search that. From there, it carries you to the trustee site. The trustee site, they don't have all the pre-foreclosures for your county inside of auction.com. So then it carries you to their trustee site. On their trustee site, it has all of the pre-foreclosures for your county. So you're like, okay, I got the parcel, I got the address, but I don't have the phone number. What do I do next? PropWire is your friend. You go into PropWire, you make your sheet, and then you're going to skip trace through batch leads. So actually, it does cost a little. I think it's like 100 and some per month or whatever. You put that in Batch Leads or whatever skip tracing program you want to use. If you've used another program in the past and it's worked for you, you can leave it in the comments so that everybody in the community can have that resource. But anyways, you put it in there, it skip traces it. From there, you just start making your phone calls. Now, I hope y'all have a happy day investing with God.